And this is the man Texas Democrats have nominated to beat Ken Paxton and flip that seat blue.
The President of the United States just said that I insulted Jesus. You want to know what insults Jesus? Kicking the sick off their health care while cutting taxes for billionaires. You know what insults Jesus? Deporting the stranger and separating babies from their mothers. You know what insults Jesus? Bombing innocent school children in Iran and sending our brave men and women off to die in another forever war. You know what insults Jesus? Covering up the Epstein files and then refusing to prosecute a single person in them.
That is James Talarico. He's the Democratic nominee for the United States Senate in Texas. That clip is from his TikTok channel. That clip has 24.3 million views. And that tells you a little something about James Talarico's strength as a candidate and his strength as a political communicator. You may have heard about James Talarico's appearance on the Joe Rogan podcast, where Joe Rogan told him point blank that he should run for president. You may have seen the viral clip of James Talarico opposing the Texas Republicans' requirement to post the 10 Commandments in public school classrooms. That clip went viral because it included James Talarico giving a full biblical exposition of not just how unconstitutional and un-American it was, but how unchristian it was as well. He was able to speak to that both as a Texas Democrat and as a seminarian. You may have seen his appearance on The View, which led the FCC to start a, quote, equal time investigation of ABC for the crime of putting on James Talarico. You may have seen his appearance with Stephen Colbert, which CBS lawyers told Colbert to cancel. And Colbert then did the interview purely for his YouTube channel, where it promptly got about 10 million views and sparked millions of dollars in fundraising for James Talarico's campaign. Texas has 32 million people in 2 time zones with 20 media markets. It is profoundly expensive to run there. And Democrats have felt for a long time like the deck is really stacked against them there. Democrats tell themselves every couple of years that maybe this is the year they can finally start winning there. But no Democrat has won statewide in Texas since 1994. Is this year different? There is something about James Talarico, and frankly, something about Ken Paxton, too, that makes this U.S. Senate race seem legitimately winnable for Texas for Democrats. And there is something specifically about James Talarico that I think has really driven Republicans to distraction. They are quite palpably unnerved by him. They are desperate for people to not hear him speak. It is that same something that has Democrats nationwide talking about James Talarico as more than just a promising candidate in this one race. Democrats nationwide have been talking about him as somebody who's really important, perhaps, to the whole future of the Democratic Party. Joining us now for the interview is James Talarico, Democratic nominee for Texas Senate. Mr.